Connecting a single application to LLM via an API sounds simple. But what if you use 50 different LLMs models, develop 10 large applications in parallel, and have 200 developers on board? Managing API keys, model endpoints, guardrails, usage, budgets, and team quickly becomes a major challenge. Today I will show you how to manage all of this using an AI gateway. For our example, we will use LiteLLM, an open source AI gateway and Python library designed to simplify calling, managing, and securing large language model LLM APIs. Instead of writing custom integration code for every provider like OpenAI, Anthropic, Google Gemini, Llama, Bedrock, LiteLLM acts as a universal adapter and proxy, normalizing all requests and responses schemas into the standardized OpenAI format. Okay, let's start. How to install it? So this is the main page of LiteLLM. If you see here, is this your application? There's a human, agents, machines talking to the AI gateway. That AI gateway is taking care of optimization, observability, routing, governance, and we can connect to LLMs, we can connect to MCP, we can connect to agent. Okay, so how to install that? If you click Start Free, you will be directed to some page. Okay, the best is to install it on a Docker. So I'll start on Docker. You run two simple commands, and you have your installation on Docker done. And after login, you will see that kind of overview. Okay, so first we are going to talk about the models. We can add a lot of models, more than I think 100. So I added here my three models. So GPT 4.0 mini, GPT 4.1 mini, and GPT 4.1 nano. And I see as well directly what is really nice. I see the cost per million tokens. So I see, okay, which is cheaper, the cheapest one, which is the more expensive, and I can somehow juggle with those models. So this is cool. Of course, I can add a lot of more models. You see, if you want to add providers, you can add models from all kind of providers. Quite a lot of OpenAI, DeepSeek, 11 Labs. You can add with all kind of models. So this is Llama, a really known one, Snowflake. So models from NVIDIA, quite a lot. So you can add those, and then you will see. Then you will have that model added. What you want to do next, for example, if you have some teams, you have some teams, or you have some application or teams that working on application. I call it TubeAmigo team, and TubeAmigo team is the team that has one member. So it's me, because I created that one, and it's using two models, and we have only one key to those models. That is quite powerful, that I have one key to manage all those models. So if I create a team, I can create a team. This organization, but it's a free model, so I don't have it. And I can say, okay, I want to use some models. I can see, okay, I want to use this one and this model. I can set up even budget. I can name the team, and I have a lot of more settings over here. So if I create the team, then I have a team, and then I can create a key for the team. So every team can have their own key. So if we are going to virtual keys, I can see, for example, all my virtual keys that are coming, that I can connect to those models. So my team is using only the team, let's say TubeAmigo is using one key. This is the secret key, and basically based on that they can use directly two models. And of course I can set up mechanisms how they can use that model. It can be, for example, that if one model has already is out of budget, for example, then another is going to take over. Or for example, I want to use first cheaper and then more expensive, or first the most expensive, or then cheaper. So there's a lot of options how to use those models, but it's very convenient. It's very convenient because teams, they have only one key. I do not care about all kind of models. Of course, in my example, there was only models from OpenAI, but it can be models from all kind of different providers. And what I can do more, I can as well set up some guardrails for those prompts. So, for example, if somebody, I can directly in the middle, I can look for some prompt injection, for example, or PII masking, or hallucination, or data leaking, or all kind of things I can check. I can add some other guardrails. Like, okay, I can use different LLM, like for example that one that I defined, to judge if the answer from the model is good or not. So here, if you see, then you can use a lot of providers, even professional one for security, like Era. I can use LLM as a judge, so I'm using here as well, and a lot of other providers. And so that is nice, and then you can define what you want to do when that gather will be reached. So that one is quite as well nice. What you can do as well, you can set up policies. We have a lot of policies, especially in United Europe, we have a lot of policies. So there is a GPDR and so on. You can just use template, just click a template, and those templates are going to be introduced in those guardrails. So pretty nice thing. We can add agents, we can add FTP servers. We can, if we have a model, we can as well try our virtual key and try the virtual key if it works. We have some observability options. We can see a usage. We can see how many requests, how much it cost. I started today, so that is not so a lot of money, but as well requests that were successful, from which keys the cost came, and so on. Some logs about prompts. So if you see here, you have all kind of information. Really important one. Cost breakdown. How many tokens? So you can make a lot of tries and see, okay, which models can give you the best quality and the thing that you need. Maybe you can use some other model, evaluate them, and then create some maybe use model that is, for example, cheaper, or cheaper. That is a good thing to evaluate. Okay, we have Guardrails monitor. In this case, all my prompts passed, so there was no Guardrails active. And we have a lot of other things. We have experiments. We have we can do some experiments with prompt. We have API, playground, and many more. So I think that AI Gateway is really useful tool, especially if you have a lot of LLMs to manage. If you have a lot of developers and you have a lot of application and you want to manage it in some way that really that you can control your budget, control what your teams is doing, control endpoints, and manage that kind of all things ready to gateway. I think that you need to have some kind of tool like that. It looks like LiteLLM is quite nice tool. So for now I can recommend it because it is quite sophisticated, and as you saw, I think as well here, a lot of big companies are using that LiteLLM, so I think it's a quite good tool. So today I show in general how the LiteLLM works. Probably in the next videos I will go to the details with every tabs to show more. If you like that video, please hit like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next one. Thank you.